Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac. Forgot what game it was for a second. This is our requisite random episode. I just gotta say, first off, frame rate looks really nice. That doesn't happen all the time. Isaac's very much a crapshoot, where when I turn it on, like that's the frame rate it's gonna have for the rest of the day, and I have absolutely no idea what factors actually influence it. In any case, praise be to the RNG gods today. First off, for giving me Cain, and secondly, for giving me a usable frame rate here. So I really love playing as Cain. If I'm not gonna play as Isaac, Cain is probably... Cain and Judas are pretty close in my mind for second best character. That metagame shifts a little bit. The most important thing is that Eve is always on bottom. Sexual joke. In any case, Mom's heels are not really what I'm looking for right now. You know, what's the value of Cain? I'm assuming if you've watched like 650 episodes of this game so far, you're probably pretty familiar with how the characters actually work and interact and what kind of attributes they have. But the big thing is Cain. The luck foot. Oh my god, am I seriously not fast enough to get around Lust? I could get a free poison touch here, but if I get hit twice, I think I die. So this is actually a pretty harrowing fight early on. Alright, we got a pill. Well, this is a good segue. The most important thing is that we exclusively get good pills. In addition to that, I think we get, since we have extra luck, or no, we don't have extra luck. Now, you know, disregard this. I'm an idiot. We get always good pills, and that can be very important when those actually end up giving us attribute bonuses. I immediately expose myself for not understanding one of the, you know, vanilla characters in the game. And I don't want to take this pill yet, because I just want to, you know, if it's a full health, I would rather use it when we're at the end of the floor, because it looks like Larry Jr. is doing quite a number on me. It could just be bad gas or something like that as well, so I really can't rely on this to just end up saving my life if I really find myself in a tough spot. So I should maybe try to, you know, work a little harder to take out these enemies as soon as possible. I've been playing very poorly from the start of this game so far, but I did just finish recording like 3.5 hours straight of CK2 with Mathis and Arumba, so it requires a shift in your mental state in order to play this game. Not a shift towards like insanity or anything like that, but just a shift to start focusing on different things than just like long-term strategic and familial consequences. Okay, so we're alive. I don't see any reason not to use the pill right away. Friends till the end. Okay, so that was something that we probably should have used a little bit earlier, but we're leaving the first floor with an HP upgrade, which is basically all I could really hope for. Curse of Darkness is kind of annoying. Ooh, good. I had a feeling that was going to happen. So there goes my spirit heart. More or less, anyway. And we'll continue shooting the poop. So far, we've gotten lucky. I was going to say, in the risk of making myself look stupid, I also thought that the luck foot increased the amount of consumable drops, but it might just be that the luck mechanic in general, if you actually get luck, oh, sad onion, so good. If you actually get luck up, that increases the rate of consumable drops, but it doesn't actually affect it with the luck foot, which I believe, weirdly enough, does not actually give you luck, it just gives you good pills. That is something I've recently learned after much prodding and provocation from YouTube comments. So sad onion obviously drastically increases our rate of fire, very useful. Now we'll be looking on the floor for extra damage and also extra keys, which are borderline item, they're equivalent to items at this point, because I don't have any active item. Whatever I end up getting in the item room, I'm almost certainly going to end up taking, unless it's truly awful, which I can't even imagine. I was going to mention earlier, like, getting an HP upgrade on that boss fight, totally A-okay with me. HP upgrades are basically... I mean, they vary. There are some HP upgrades that are better than others. Not all HP upgrades are created equally. But they're basically the best item that you can get from boss rooms, usually. If you exclude the item in the Devil and Angel rooms, then it's really just, like, top-tier HP upgrades and... Alright, 2 of Hearts we can use, but... top-tier HP upgrades as well as... the pentagram. Those are the ones that you really want most of the time. Some other items can be more beneficial situationally, but on kind of like a universally beloved standpoint, definitely HP upgrades are up there. Tears upgrades as well, occasionally, but you know, HP upgrades like meat in particular are awesome. So there's another HP upgrade for free by way of this Eternal Heart, and they deal with the devil, yes, and meat. Okay, so as mentioned, pretty much ideal so far. And what do we get in here? Mom's knife. I'm taking it. Fuck all y'all. Mom's knife is an item that I refuse to pass up. Have I skipped anything? I skipped the shop, but I don't have the money for it anyway. So we'll go down to the next floor with 4 hearts and Mom's knife. I know some people get perturbed by Mom's knife. It's a no-brainer pickup. If I'm playing Isaac honestly, this is my go-to item. That being said, we can still very much lose this, but if we win, of course, I'll be a happy camper. It's so funny watching like the analytics on the Isaac episode, because usually what happens is like I upload it, and then within like the first 10 minutes, like 50% of the people who are going to dislike the video over its lifespan all appear in like the first 10 minutes. I don't know if those are people that are solely looking for challenge runs. If you're looking for challenge runs, I am looking to bring them back. I guess I'll nip that in the bud. At some point, probably closer to the release of Rebirth. This is very weird, but I'm definitely taking Guppy's Paw. As Rebirth comes out, maybe we'll do some Rebirth-focused challenge runs, or before Rebirth comes out, obviously, because when Rebirth comes out, we're going to be playing Rebirth. But then, like, it gradually gets a lot better, and I think it's also, like, people get pissed off with Mom's Knife, and then after the more rational people get off school or work, instead of just sitting in their underpants watching this with a beer in their hand, which, by all means, I've lived that lifestyle. It can work for you for a time, once they've been outnumbered, I guess. In any case, I'm going to stop griping about analytics, because it makes me look like a fucking idiot. We have a lot of advantages right now. Kind of like a staggering amount of advantages, considering how early in the game we are and the fact that I didn't have the D6. Even with the D6, I could not have asked for a better situation than the one we're in right now. Guppy's Paw obviously allows us two major benefits. One is the ability to become Guppy, which means I might not necessarily have to trade in... ooh, yeah, I was destined to get hit there, basically. I may not necessarily have to trade in my health for the ability to fly, which is normally how things work there. There are other ways to get the ability to fly, obviously, but in addition to that, I can also possibly just get a fuck ton of Spirit Hearts and then roll on permanent Polaroid invincibility, which is something that it is a high correlation with me winning, I would say. Whether it's predictive or it's just a coincidence, I think it's fairly obvious which one of those it is. Maybe able to get to the secret room like this? Okay, that absolutely worked. Briefly very proud of myself, and in here we find enough money to make the shop worthwhile, which means I will probably go there instead of the item room. I don't see why not. I didn't shoot that last fire, which is a very minor mistake in my opinion. Very glad that we fought the Fallen there, obviously. And now we can also look for things that make a permanent Polaroid invincibility run that much better. Whore of Babylon is now a pretty easy pickup. We'll get the map here, because this will allow us to find secret rooms in the future. Is it better than what we would have gotten in the item room? Not with the luck we've been having so far, but maybe with our luck we'll be able to snag another key here. In any case, suffice it to say, maybe there's not that much to talk about so far because we've only gone to like 2 or 3 item rooms, but or 2 or 3 floors total, I guess. But it's been very, very good so far. And we also got a Joker card, which I am very tempted to use like right now, because I kind of don't see why I wouldn't. And in here, oh my god, are you kidding me? This is the greatest series of like first 2 floors I think I've ever had in my entire life. You know, I oftentimes call runs like my best run ever, my most powerful run ever. I would not be surprised if this one goes down as my luckiest run ever. Let's use the Joker card and see what we end up finding as a result of this. Okay, I do not want to go with 9 lives. As tempting as you may consider it to be, as a result of it putting me closer to being Guppy, that would just be silly at this point. Probably throwing it all away. Probably, but, you know, stranger things have happened. So, Polyphemus, Mom's Knife, 4 health, Guppy's Paw, 2 of Hearts card. Things are going well. The map as well. The map's the worst item I've gotten so far, and still real. Actually, okay, the coin purse. Sorry, no, why would I always say the coin purse when I mean other mom items, but I can't believe I didn't get hit there or there. Sorry, not the coin purse, but the mom's heals are like basically objectively the worst thing that we've gotten so far, but that's fine. Let's check out our item room. What's this one? Like quad shot? 25 cents. Also actually pretty good to ensure that I can continue to go into shops in the future. I also believe that I may be capable of bombing my way into the boss trap room. Obviously, we were going to go to the secret room regardless. We got a 1-up, okay. And if I can come in here and maybe snag an awesome item, that'd be cool too. The item is the pentagram. I seriously, like, I realize... we just one-shot Monstro on the 4th floor. I realize that this is going to anger some people that I'm so powerful. What do you want me to do? Did you see what I've been handed here right off the bat? I say if you're not enjoying the run so far... goodbye, it's been fun, you know, come back on the next run when maybe I struggle a little bit more. If you're enjoying this, though, sit back and enjoy the ride, because we're going to try to stack up absolutely as much damage as we possibly can. The fact that this is happening without the D6 is also so hilarious. That was the dumbest, but is also hilarious to me. And also the fact that the game has given me so many outs. It's like, you know, even if you make a mistake, you still got the 2 of Hearts card. Even if you make a mistake, you still got the 1-up. It's done very well for us so far. And this is, like, literally... and I do mean this not in, like, the Valley Girl use of literally, which means, like, not literally. I literally mean that I think we've gotten maybe the best upgrades that we could have possibly gotten so far. Might as well pop the 2 of Hearts card right now. Doesn't get any more valuable than this. Could have been better later, but then we got another pill. That's probably an HP upgrade. And inside of our curse room, we have been teleported to a deal with the devil. Let's take our pill. The pill is bad gas. If that was an HP upgrade, maybe I would have just traded it for or traded for a demon baby. I wouldn't have traded it for the demon baby. That doesn't really make sense. But None of those appeal to me too much. Demon Baby's pretty good, but I don't think it's worth 2 HP yet. HP is really our only concern, because the more of it we get, the more Spirit Hearts we get as well. So let's just play it cool. I wonder if we can, like, 2-shot Greed. Oh, never mind. I was totally wrong. We one-shot him. One-shotted him? Whatever. Anyway, let's move on. So far, so good. That should be pretty obvious. The only holes in our run, as mentioned, low-ish HP, although pretty good considering I'm Kane and I'm only on the 4th floor. So if we can stack up some HP upgrades, enough to make permanent Polaroid invincibility plus Guppy's Paw give me like a staggering amount of health, I don't know if it's feasible that we could be stopped at all. Like, it looks really, really good right now. This is probably the happiest I've ever been on the Catacombs Part 2. Pentagram, Polyphemus, Mom's Knife, Guppy's Paw, an Eternal Heart, an HP upgrade that also contained a damage upgrade in the form of meat. It's just crazy. Like, this is the kind of run where I would expect people to be like, oh, Northernlion's like using the cheat engine or something like that. Nope. Just really, truly exceptional luck. I guess, you know, 650 videos. This kind of stuff is going to happen occasionally. What is our tarot card here? Not to mention just like a ton of cards dropping on the ground. Stars is a free ticket to the item room, which is great because I will use this on the next floor to save ourselves a key. But let's see who we're fighting first. I am very not concerned. Not to mention we've gotten very easy boss fights so far, too. Not that it would matter, because we were basically one-shotting whoever we come across. This may actually be my most powerful run ever, but it still has the opportunity to become that, I should say. So range upgrade. Too bad range has been disproven as an objective upgrade to Mom's Knife. But yes, in here we have what I've already looked at. So down to the next floor. I guess a little bit disappointing on that floor. We only picked up the Pentagram and Mom's Bra. This would... Here's the thing, if I went like full permanent Polaroid invincibility right now and took Mom's Bra, we would tear through every room so quickly. Also, of course the Nun's Habit's in here, why wouldn't it be? And, you know, Mom's Bra with the Nun's Habit means that even the later game bosses would have no chance at all, already, and we're not even close to the later game. I guess we're getting close to it, but we're not even in the same realm yet. The only thing I really feel like is missing right now is the compass and more HP. Even if I don't get more HP, I would be surprised if I couldn't make this work, as long as I don't accidentally take a health down pill, which is basically impossible as Kane. And I say basically impossible because I'm not 100% sure it's literally impossible, but I think it may be. So, let's make sure we kill this Zambi here, and we'll take our bombs and get the fuck out of here. So, item room and shop, well, shop proved fairly useful, probably, if we end up getting rid of Guppy's Paw at some point to take something else. Even Guppy's Head with Nun's Habit would, I guess, be better. Because, you know, Guppy's Head, the flies will do twice as much damage as the actual tears that we have. And since Mom's Knife is obviously like a staggeringly high damage combined with Polyphemus, those tears would be nuts. Anyway, we'll see. By the way, I had a run recently, it was probably 2 runs ago at this point, where I had Brimstone and Polyphemus. We could also use the ability to fly. That's the other thing I didn't mention, I guess. I had Brimstone and Polyphemus and was doing crazy damage, and I almost became Guppy, but not quite. And I was like, oh, we should really become Guppy, because if we do, then our flies will do twice as much damage as Brimstone Polyphemus. Apparently, Brimstone is one of the only items in the game where that mechanic actually does not work. So the flies do not do twice as much damage as the Brimstone shot, which is weird, but sure, whatever, it's fine. We'll take our pill straight away. It's friends till the end. And also, these flies do different damage than the flies that come as a result of Guppy. So, that's fine. And I don't really want to trade a bomb for a key at this point. I am a little concerned about my HP. Very little concerned about my HP, but concerned nonetheless. Necropolis, it's a tricky beast, you know? And of course, now that I've said that, I'm probably just going to straight up play this blood bank. In the hopes of earning a blood bag. I don't want to play it too much. The money is basically worthless right now, but... we'll explore a little bit more in the hopes of getting... Maybe, like, if I just got a Spirit Heart, I could really afford to play the Blood Bank more often. Pushpin, I don't think, has any effect on Mom's Knife. It sometimes gives you a chance to get Spectral Tears. But yeah, if I can get, like, 1 Spirit Heart, then that would make this probably feasible for me to take out this Blood Bank. Unfortunately, I don't want to use a Guppy's Paw for it, because if I end up losing those Spirit Hearts, that's the only thing that could stop me right now, is, you know... An empty red heart container is worth 3 Spirit Hearts, the same as a full one. But 3 Spirit Hearts are not worth 3 Spirit Hearts after you use them. They slowly become less valuable as you take damage, of course. I don't even think I can get through here without taking damage. So I might as well see if there's extra HP that I can at least use to absorb it a little bit better. Because I only want to go through that area once. I may be able to, I don't know. Is there like a rock I can blow up to get across the bridge more easily? Who knows? This is still not unlosable. It's close. And that doesn't help. But it is indeed very, very close. But I don't think it's going to be likely. So we'll just walk across there and then run across there. Okay, we're fine. May not play that blood bank ever again. But we did one-shot the bloat, so things are looking up, I'd say. And then maybe we won't walk across there because it's annoying. The Hermit is a free key, essentially. Our pill is nothing. Bad pills so far, I'll admit. I will take the curved horn here because that's a damage upgrade and push pin is worthless. And I say we go down to the next floor. Again, not the greatest upgrade. We're still looking for some HP, but getting a Spirit Heart is worth something. And this is our last shop, so the compass is unlikely to appear unless we run across a Judgment, which again is fairly unlikely, but I have the money necessary to float him a little cash for sure. And our momentum has slowed down a little bit, but it had to slow down. I mean, just thinking about the items that we'd gotten over the course of this run so far, there was basically no way we could keep up that incredible torrent of ridiculousness. I guess I walked on the spikes there. That was dumb. I almost did it again. Fuck that scent. I don't even need it. And I seriously cannot stress enough that this may be the most damage I've ever done by this point in the game. Sure, more money, that's fine. We need a little bit more health, it's so little. But I may actually be able to make this work with only 12 Spirit Hearts. Only 12 Spirit Hearts. More than exactly the cap that you can have in Rebirth. But it seems like a low amount of health due to the way, you know, Isaac plays right now, where you try to get Spirit Hearts off the screen forever and ever. We still have an item room to go to here. Unfortunately, the shop was worthless, but what do we have in here? Guppy's Tail. Very good. We have a lot of keys, and that takes us a step closer to becoming Guppy. And again, if Guppy's Paw shows up, like, I guess the ideal scenario is that Guppy's Paw shows up on the next, Deal with the Devil, which would probably be after, the Womb Part 1, if we're lucky enough to not have an XL floor, and lucky enough to just get, you know, the Womb Part 1 as opposed to, or lucky enough to get a Deal with the Devil, I should say. I already went over that earlier point, but, and if that happens, taking Guppy's head is really good, I think, because we become Guppy. We don't need to keep Guppy's paw, and we'd be able to generate a crazy amount of flies between Guppy's head as well as the, you know, active, I'm just gonna play this twice, I guess. I hope it pays out. It didn't. What I'm trying to get at is basically, Grog get Guppy item, Grog create many flies, and then we just do way more damage. The flies from Guppy's head I don't think would do as much damage as the flies that we generated by way of the mulligan, but still, they do a lot. And we would be generating flies as a result of the mulligan and infestation because we're Guppy as well. So, HP still a minor concern. Never mind. Now, well, at least, you know, temporary HP not a concern at all anymore. I'll get that heart on the way back. For now, I don't have that kind of time. Oh, we also have Lifesteal, which is going to be worthless after the next floor, but as of right now, it's still okay. Sure, no need to even get that consumable heart then, I'll just wait on it. And I really just, I mean, we can basically one-shot Fistula here as well. We just gotta do multiple one-shots, which I guess is not really one-shot, but every part of him gets destroyed in one shot, which is basically the fastest we could do it, I guess. Unless we had like a brimstone that did more damage than this, which is extremely unlikely. Yeah, absolutely, I will open that golden chest. I wish I'd gotten Guppy's Paw a little earlier, but that's fine. Sure, speed upgraded. It's not the greatest, but I'll take it. We could use one speed upgrade, probably. I guess I might as well come down here and get the red heart. Why not at this point? I have to walk through it. And, of course, immediately we get the lifesteal. That means I would have been better off holding onto this. But another key is good. And well, sure, another golden chest. Doesn't really give me too much. The bombs are fairly useful at some point. Not necessarily right now, but at one point maybe. Oh, no, I see my cat coming over towards me. This could be a catastrophe. I don't want to lose the whole kit and caboodle. I'm trying here, but these are jokes that my grandfather would have said are ancient. Yeah, okay, free HP upgrade, and then we're gonna fight 3 enemies that I can just walk into. You can just walk into them. So yeah, let's set ourselves a challenge then. I'll defeat this room without actually firing Mom's knife. That worked pretty well. Okay, so this will be the mom fight. This will not be a concern. Okay, this is gonna sound like I'm trying to big shot you right here. We have like plastic bills in Canada now, so I need to like hide this $100 bill from my cat. It's a very situational thing. It was a payback of a loan. It's not, oh, I got so many $100 bills around my house that my cat just keeps playing with them. I figured there was just no way for me to get through that without lampshading it, so Cool. I have no interest in Cat of Nine Tails here, so instead we'll just take this, and let's take an inventory as we go down to the next floor. Mom's Knife, Polyphemus, many HP upgrades. I don't know, we'll see what is going to happen here as I move on just a little bit. It's not right to use Guppy's paw yet. It will be eventually. Oh, don't lose focus here. I'm taking some very dumb damage. But soon, I should be able to just have my wrath. Once I get permanent Polaroid invincibility, I'll feel a lot better. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second. Okay, I'm back. It was all an elaborate ruse. I don't necessarily need to go to the secret room. If I can go to the secret room easily, then, if it's on the way, I will. Because you never know. Another Onk wouldn't be bad. I'm not sure what else. Raw liver, I guess, would be very welcome on this floor. And above all else, we're just not in danger, so it seems like a smart idea. But I also want to finish things as fast as possible because that is the way that I play this game for the most part. And it's the way that I'm most comfortable playing, so... Alright, more keys is always good. With Guppy's Paw, there's a very real chance that those keys will actually get used. Another pill. I don't think we've had very good pills at all, so... For instance, the end is probably the best, actually. And Tammy's Head. Okay, so how much... These probably do a lot of damage, if I had to guess, but we can't get rid of Guppy's Paw. At least not yet. After this floor, we could potentially take Tammy's Head with us. It really doesn't synergize that well with Nun's Habit, though. What do we have in here? Another Polaroid. Well, obviously we're fighting the boss first. It's Teratoma, which is, like, very easy. I was going to say a no-brainer, but then I was like, I could feel myself making a joke about how, yeah, you know, Teratoma, literally a no-brainer. Am I right, guy? Am I right, guys? And then, of course, yes. That would have been bad. But I made the joke anyway, so, you know, worst of both worlds, basically. And we get no deal with the devil. And I almost feel like maybe we should go with Tammy's Head now, just because it would be funny. So why don't we get a fuck ton of Spirit Hearts, and we'll get rid of Guppy's Paw forever, and then we'll take Tammy's Head, and we'll see how much damage this does. Even if it's very little, Guppy's Paw is unlikely to give me much for the rest of the game anyway, so what's the big deal, right? We still have the Polaroid. I made sure I didn't make that mistake again. And we do have a boss... Why is Tammy's... Oh, I've got to actually beat a room before Tammy's Head will work for me. Okay, that was weird. And our boss trap room contains a speed upgrade, which I'll take just because we're here. And Loki is going to die in 2 hits. He managed to hit me first, which is crazy. Tammy's Head, it does some damage. Not enough to justify using it in the face of basically any other item, but... Gluttonies do not die in 1 hit, at least not 1 exclusive hit. You've got to hit him on the second pass as well. And it's very hard to separate the damage that Tammy's Head does from the damage that Mom's Knife does immediately afterwards, because obviously one is a lot bigger than the other. I don't even know what I'm saving this Friends Till the End pill for. Like, eventually I'll need it. Probably not, let's be honest. That was easy, and then we just... Oh, never mind, we could just weather the storm there. Might as well walk inside of the cursed room here. Again, there's a good chance to get Guppy's Head. That has teleported me straight to Shoal. So I guess I'm going to take, like, double damage from walking into this room, which is shitty, but... well, I'll actually lose 3 Spirit Hearts instead of 2, which is really shitty. It's like a full HP upgrade, but it's fun to see if we can get the Guppy items regardless, so... And we're still fine, let's be honest. No need to get overly concerned yet, although that was a little... I can't afford to take very much damage like that. And there is a Fortune Teller in here, which is what I was hoping for, so... we'll play the bejesus out of this, hopefully get some good tarot cards, and hopefully get some Spirit Hearts as well, which is the most important thing. I don't necessarily want, you know, all of the Spirit Hearts. I just want a few to kind of compensate for what I just went through. And I definitely want to avoid picking up the tick if that spawns. So just to simplify what's going on the ground here, I'm going to take Friends to the End, and... just to clear out the floor a little bit. What do we have here? 2 of Spades. Absolutely. Double our keys. Probably won't need to use 26 keys for the rest of the run, but it's nice to know that if possible, we can. And we're going to get every trinket in the game, apparently. I believe Luckfoot may... Oh, no. Okay, now we got an issue. I believe Luckfoot may also make it so that every time you play the Fortune Teller or Slot Machine or Three-Headed Man, you win. Which is obviously very good. I've got to come through here and just pick up this... That's the tower... Are they both the tower card? I had to use them just to simplify things to see if I get anything out of it. I got a pill. That's another Friends Till the End. Okay, so we want Friends Till the End, and this is the most important part. Take the Polaroid with you. So I picked up 3 Spirit Hearts there, I think. Maybe 2. It's all good either way. One of these ways has got to be our boss fight. I'm going to guess that it's probably down and to the right, but I might as well go down and to the left. Just because if it's there, that's, you know, one room that I have to go to instead of, like 6 rooms. Unlikely to be correct, though. We have to go the same way to start with, either way. Wow, the flies actually still destroyed the doppelganger in 1 hit. That seems wrong, but I'll take it. Alright, fuck that treasure chest. If you can find some golden chests, though, that'd be awesome. I guess you could find golden chests inside of a regular treasure chest. Ooh, if that was the tick, I could have been in trouble there. Luckily, it was not. And the only reason I took Tammy's head is because I was first off, it's funny. Secondly, I was willing to bet on HP upgrades not showing up. And if that's the case, then there's no reason to stick with Guppy's Paw. And there probably actually will be some HP upgrades. I just don't, you know, maybe 1 or 2. And we'll fight our boss, which is going to be Mom's Heart, which is going to be exceptionally easy. Very, very easy. I can't stress that enough. So if we just stand next to Mom's Heart, basically, yeah, we almost one-shot Mom's Heart, depending on your definition of one-shot there. Because we just stood next to her for quite some time. Now, no compass. It's a little scary, I guess. Sort of. Might take us a little while to move on here. Oh, we got the Emperor card, though. We'll probably save that for the blue baby fight. Or until we get down to the chest, and then we can get to the blue baby fight faster, of course, is what I mean by that. Although it is tempting to just skip through most of this floor and then see what items we get on the chest. But we've already done a couple of rooms here, so why not just make it work for us. So there's actually 2 entire paths completely mapped. I'm going to guess bottom here. I'm going to use 2 keys for sure. We have 27. We might as well. And inside, we get more money and a bomb. Sure, so we didn't nearly come close to getting our investment back there. But Gertie Juniors are not a concern, which is awesome, because a lot of times they are a real problem. In the meantime, though, again, another easy room. Still gotta be a little cautious, because I can't fly, and that's it's a concern for enemies that spawn creep. There's a golden chest in here. Hopefully we get the small rock out of that and the spirit heart. And we've got a golden chest and a tinted rock. I originally meant to say tinted rock, but then a golden chest showed up, and, you know, it worked for me as well. Alright, so I fully expect this to be a very easy fight. I'm just going to stand next to him, basically. And by way of that, we can take out half of his health in 1 hit, which is pretty darn good. And he's dead, and the angel fetuses will soon follow. 2 hits. Like, basically guaranteed 2 hits for the remainder of the game. So that's pretty good. What do we have in our chests here? Little Steven. Without any rerolls, there's like no incentive for us to not do this. Like, if we take Book of Shadows, it's pretty possible that we could just finish this fight without getting hit at all. Like, there's no incentive to like finish the entire floor multiple times, just so we can get rerolls. And get better items there, so we might as well just take Book of Shadows into this final boss fight and instead beat Blue Baby in the easiest way I've ever seen. But again, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that episode. That'll probably be considered my luckiest run ever. In any case, if you enjoyed the episode, thank you for your support, and make sure to click the like button because it is the easiest way that you can support me if you enjoyed the video. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more daily Isaac. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.